mainly this video was just to say a big thank you to people that subscribed. Last time I had looked, I think I had 12 subscribers. So I'm really over the moon. Hi everyone. First and foremost, I would just like to start this video by saying thank you so much to the people that subscribe to this channel. I've only had it 4 weeks and I've got 54 subscribers already, so thank you very, very much. Now, I know compared to other channels, 54 isn't a great deal. And it's no to shout about. To me, it is. I've got another channel which I used for my work, my allotment, and just for general chit chat. And on that channel, I think I've got about 1,200 subscribers, give or take, and quite a few of them were interested in the allotment side. But I thought, well, I want a channel only for the allotment, nothing else, purely allotment. So I decided to make this up, and I started it on the 12th of December. So I think it's the 14th or the 15th of January today. So I've had it a month, and I do believe I never put a video out for a few days before I started the channel. So I'm really, really happy that I've got 54 subscribers. What makes me even more happier is some of the subscribers actually have their own channels, their own allotment channels, and that really makes me happy. You know, there's too many for me to remember off the top of my head, but there's some channels that's got a lot of subscribers. One of them, Claire. Hi Claire, if you're watching. She's just hit over 1,000 subscribers. The veg plot thickens. But there's people like Jamie's Allotment Garden. Jamie hasn't been on very long. Last time I looked, I think he had about 300 odd subscribers. So well done, Jamie. And it just shows it's a nice community. You know, I put a video out the other day regarding the rotary soil sieve, and I never got one bad, nasty comment. You know, they're all nice, polite. You know, some people said they'd rather stick to a hand sieve, which is fine. Some people said, one person said it was bad on their shoulder because they've got a bad shoulder, and that's fine for them. I've had 3 operations on this shoulder, my right shoulder. It may look to use as though it's my left, my camera's opposite way around. So I've had 3 operations on here, subcranial decompressions, and I've had 1 on there. And I like using that sieve, I really do. So it's a case of what works for you. You know, if it works for you, don't change it. You know, it's like they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So they were all nice, polite comments. I've never had one nasty comment. On my other channel, you used to get the odd nasty comment, you know, because it was quite clicky. So I decided I wanted to come away from that side and just solely concentrate on this channel. And it's the wrong time of year because there's nothing really that you can do, and whatever you do is basically indoors. There's not a lot you can do outdoors, and I've turned beds over, I fed them, turned them over, weeded them, hoed them, just getting them prepared, ready for the beginning of the season. And I came down today and I thought I'll turn over around by me trees, but I've got some little bits of weed come through. I thought I'll turn them over, let the frost kill them off. Well, the ground is solid. It's -2 here in Gateshead, or in this part of Gateshead anyway. When I came in, I felt the top of the fire and it was just barely warm. So it had retained heat through the night. But when I went in the greenhouse, it was on 0 degrees. So it's 2 degrees warmer in there than what it is outside. It'll be a lot warmer now because obviously the fire's on. But it just shows you can come down with great intentions. You know, I wanted to do that. I've got me pallet collars I want to put around the trees. I brought me cordless grinder down to grind the rivets away. I didn't bring a disc with us, so I couldn't do that. Now, some people might say, well, you can knock the pins out. The pallet collars I've got, the pins have got a head, top and bottom, so I would still need to grind one of the heads and then knock the pin out. The only other option would be to saw one of the sides, fold it round the tree, and then put a bit of wood on the joint, which it'll look horrible, so I don't want to do that. So maybe tomorrow I'll bring a couple of discs down, a couple of grind discs, a couple of cutting discs, and some nuts and bolts. I'll get the rivets out, wrap the pallet collar around the tree, put nuts and bolts to put it back together, and that should look okay. Now hopefully if the weather warms up just slightly, just enough so that the ground's not solid tomorrow, I'll try turn it over. Excuse me while I have a drink of hot chocolate. In a couple of minutes I'll take you outside of my plot and along the alley so you can see what I had been talking about in the previous video about the ruts on the alley for cars, etc. And I'll see if I can show you the old derelict gardens. Hopefully I can. We'll see. Let's have a look. Colin, who's at the end, has been putting bits of wood down so he can drive his van along, you know. These on the other side of this hedge are the old gardens. I don't think I can actually show you. It's been used pretty much as a dumping ground. Fly tippers, even allotment holders to be fair, but gives you an idea how much the ground's actually sinking under the weight of vehicles, etc. And when I said the other day about cars, vans, whatever bottoming out outside of my plot, I'll show you in a second, but I may be able to show you the old area where the council reclaimed 50 odd plots. You can see it's just been used as a dumping area, and then where you can see all the trees and all that, they were all plots. There's the remnants of a greenhouse behind this hedge. Back to the alley. This is just outside of my plot now, and this is where we put soil, gravel, etc. to build this up, because as you can see I bring my car along to drop stuff up for the garden. I may be able to show you another area of the land that the council claimed back over this hedge. You can see where people's been dumping the rubbish. If I can zoom in, there's actually, where you can see the white line, it's actually a bit of an old shed, and I should be able to get one of the old gates here, and you can actually walk in and see a bit of the area. Yeah. As you can see, people just used it as a dumping ground. Old greenhouse. You know, right the way down, it must stretch, I'm not in at least 400 or 500 yards down over. So I don't think there's anywhere else I can actually show you. This is an old gate to someone's old plot, and as you can see, fly tipping, well overgrown, and the council are going to level all this out for the cemetery. We are hoping that they're going to remove all this hedge and put a metal fence about 10 foot behind where the hedge is, and this will give us a parking area right the way to our plot, all the way along for every plot holder, which would be very, very beneficial to us, because at the moment we can come along, park outside and unload the car. I've just unloaded stuff, so I'm quite fine where it is at the moment, but I will move it. But then we've got to drive back along here, and then we park on the side here, so that we don't block the path for people driving down. This green fence, as you can see, is the cemetery. There is the cemetery, and this, where that Harris fencing is, they're going to come straight across from this road here, where you can see those trees. They're going to come straight across there, which will give 10 to 12 feet from the corner, so that will be excellent help to us. Oh dear. Well, we're back from the walk along the alley, and I hope you can understand what I meant about the ruts and cars bellying out, etc., and also how beneficial it'll be to us if the council actually put that fence, the 10-12 foot behind the hedge. You know, that would be fantastic help to us allotment holders. Second cup of drinking chocolate. It's freezing out there now. I think it's colder than what it was. I have checked the temperature in the greenhouse, and it's 7 degrees. So the heat from the fire is obviously going through and taking the chill out the air. I will fill it up with Coke before I leave to go home. This ground frost should be doing the garlic quite well. But me personally, I can't wait till sort of back end of February, beginning of March, where I can start sowing seeds again. For me, it's too cold down here. I did plant some, I did sow some seeds. and it was far too cold in here. I couldn't maintain a steady temperature, so I took them home 2 days ago. My thought is, I've seen heat mats, I've also seen the grow lamps, and they connect via a USB. So I was thinking of buying some and run them up a car battery, well, a leisure battery. All I need is a cigarette lighter socket, which you have in your vehicles, your cars, your vans. I think they're about £3 on Amazon. Wire one of them to the battery. I've got the little, I don't know what they're called, the push into your cigarette lighter. It gives you USBs. You know, I've got one of them which has about 6 USBs on. So in effect, I could run a few off that, and then I could plug a USB extension stick into it and run more. This is in theory, but I don't have a solar panel set up yet. I may get one, I don't know. I do have a couple of big batteries. Now I do know I need a leisure battery, because there's a big difference between your car battery and a leisure battery. You know, your car battery has cranking amps, a leisure battery doesn't. So I'm going to try and sort something out. But mainly this video was just to say a big thank you to people that subscribed. Last time I had looked, I think I had 12 subscribers. So I'm really over the moon. And obviously once the weather changes, I will have better content. You know, I've got better content on my old channel, but as I say, the videos are a mix. They might be on for 40 minutes, there might be 5 or 10 minutes talking about allotments, 30 minutes talking about work, you know, and to me it's not worth going searching through each video, cutting the allotment pieces out and trying to put them all together, because a lot of it is from last year or the year before on my old plot, and it's not worth it. I'd rather new channel, concentrate on this new plot, because I've only had this since June, I believe, June or July. So we'll concentrate on this one. So once again, thank you to everyone who subscribed, and thank you to anyone who even just watches the video. You know, it is greatly appreciated. Now I hear people saying have a thumbs up and hit the bell. I never ever say anything like that. If somebody wants to subscribe to this channel, as per evident, they'll subscribe. They don't need me to see it. So I'll bid you all a good evening, everyone. Bye bye.